Imagine being a math professor, certain of your expertise, until a magazine columnist proves you wrong on a simple probability puzzle. That's exactly what happened to thousands of experts, all challenged by Marilyn vs. Savant. Her story isn't just about a record-breaking IQ, it's about the courage to question, the humility to learn, and the power of clear thinking. Marilyn stood her ground against a wave of criticism from the academic elite, relying on logic and confidence in her reasoning. This wasn't just a math debate, it was a public showdown about who gets to define knowledge. Marilyn's journey forces us to ask, is intelligence just a test score, or is it about curiosity and the willingness to admit when you're wrong? Her tale is a reminder that true insight often comes from seeing problems in a new, simple way. Let's dive into Marilyn's story, her mind, her choices, and the famous Monty Hall problem that made her a household name. We'll see how one clear-thinking individual can challenge the consensus and change how we all think. Her experience is a guide to thinking better, being more critical, and trusting your own mind. Sometimes the most profound lessons come not from complicated formulas, but from the courage to stand alone. Marilyn's story is a testament to the power of logic over authority. Let's begin. This is a lesson in humility. Marilyn vs. Savant was born in St. Louis, Missouri in 1946 to immigrant parents who ran a local restaurant. From childhood, she stood out, solving complex math problems and astonishing her teachers. At age 10, she took 2 IQ tests, scoring so high she landed in the Guinness Book of World Records. Her parents kept her out of the spotlight, wanting her to have a normal childhood. Marilyn worked in her father's store, learning about people and practical logic. She valued these real-world lessons as much as her formal education. After high school, she attended Washington University to study philosophy but left after 2 years, frustrated by academic rigidity. Marilyn wanted freedom to explore any subject, not be confined by a curriculum. This decision set her on an unconventional path. She was determined to use her mind on her own terms, following her curiosity wherever it led. Her early life was marked by a blend of extraordinary intellect and practical experience. She learned that intelligence isn't just about test scores, it's about understanding people and the world. Marilyn's story was just beginning. Her next steps would surprise everyone. She was ready to redefine what it meant to be smart. With her IQ, many expected Marilyn to become a scientist or mathematician. Instead, she chose writing, a decision that puzzled many. For Marilyn, intelligence was about communicating ideas clearly, not just solving equations. She wanted to help people think logically and critically, bridging the gap between academia and the public. Writing allowed her to explore any subject, from physics to philosophy, without being boxed in. She valued creative and analytical intelligence, seeing herself as a clarifier rather than a discoverer. Marilyn's passion was making complex ideas accessible, not dedicating her life to a single field. Her choice reflected deep self-awareness and a desire to make a broader impact. She was determined to use her strengths to help others think better. In 1986, Marilyn became a public figure with her Ask Marilyn column in Parade magazine. Readers sent her every kind of question: math puzzles, science mysteries, and personal dilemmas. Her answers were clear, logical, and accessible, making critical thinking seem cool. The column became a weekly lesson in logic for millions. Marilyn didn't just give answers, she taught readers how to think for themselves. She showed that intelligence is a skill anyone can practice and improve. For years her column ran smoothly, building trust and respect. But in 1990, a single question would test that trust and spark a national controversy. It was a simple puzzle with a hidden twist. The Monty Hall problem was about to make headlines. Marilyn was about to face her biggest challenge yet. The stage was set for a battle of wits. The question that started it all came from a reader. On a game show, you pick one of 3 doors. Behind one is a car, the others, goats. The host opens a goat door and asks if you want to switch. Should you? Most people and most experts said it didn't matter. 2 doors, 50-50 odds, right? Marilyn's answer, switch. By switching, you double your chances of winning. She explained, your first pick has a 1 in 3 chance. When the host reveals a goat, the 2 in 3 chance shifts to the remaining door. Her logic was clear, but it felt wrong to many. The public reaction was immediate and intense. Letters poured in, many from academics insisting she was wrong. The Monty Hall problem had exposed a blind spot in our intuition. Marilyn stood by her answer, confident in her reasoning. The controversy was just beginning. The debate wasn't just about math, it was about who we trust to tell us what's true. Marilyn was in the eye of the storm. The world was watching. Would logic or authority win? The answer would surprise everyone. The backlash was fierce. Over 10,000 letters, many from PhDs, ridiculing Marilyn's answer. Experts dismissed her logic, some even insulting her intelligence. Despite the pressure, Marilyn calmly explained her reasoning, using analogies to clarify the problem. She asked, "What if there were 1,000,000 doors? You pick one, the host opens all but one other. Would you switch?" Suddenly, the logic became obvious. Still, many critics clung to their intuition, insisting the odds were 50-50. The debate raged for months, filling classrooms and newspapers. Marilyn stood her ground, alone against the academic establishment. The controversy became a national lesson in cognitive bias. It showed how even experts can be blinded by assumptions. Marilyn's patience and clarity never wavered. She challenged the very idea of intellectual authority. The world was learning that expertise doesn't guarantee infallibility. Marilyn's logic was about to be vindicated. The truth was undeniable. As the debate raged, people began testing the Monty Hall problem themselves. Teachers ran classroom experiments. Students played the game, switching and staying. The results were clear. Switching won 2/3 of the time. Computer simulations confirmed it. Switching doubled your chances. The evidence was overwhelming. Marilyn was right. The experts were wrong. Some professors apologized, admitting their mistake. The Monty Hall problem became a classic lesson in probability and cognitive bias. Marilyn's victory wasn't just personal, it was a public lesson in humility. She showed that logic and evidence matter more than credentials. The academic world had to confront its own fallibility. Marilyn's clear thinking changed how probability is taught. She proved that anyone can challenge the consensus, with reason on their side, all from the pages of a Sunday magazine. Marilyn Vos Savant's legacy goes far beyond a world record or a famous puzzle. Through her column, she's taught millions to think critically and question assumptions. She made intelligence practical and accessible, not just for the elite. The Monty Hall controversy became a symbol of trusting logic over authority. Marilyn showed that a good argument stands on its own, no matter who makes it. She encouraged readers to examine logic, not just credentials. Her books and columns all share a call for rational thought and intellectual hygiene. In a world full of misinformation, her voice is more important than ever. Marilyn's story proves that intelligence is an active process, courage, discipline, and humility. She's shown us that being smart is about asking the right questions, not just knowing the answers. Her life is a testament to the power of clear thinking. Marilyn's story challenges our ideas about intelligence. Is it just a number, or something deeper? She downplays her own IQ, emphasizing creativity, emotional understanding, and practical wisdom. Her choice to be a communicator, not a scientist, showed self-awareness and emotional intelligence. Standing firm during the Monty Hall controversy took courage no test can measure. The real lesson is humility. No one is immune to error. True intelligence is recognizing our blind spots and being open to change. It's about valuing discovery over pride and listening to arguments that challenge us. Think back, what was your gut reaction to the Monty Hall problem? Most of us would have gotten it wrong at first, and that's okay. The real test is whether you're willing to follow the logic and change your mind. That's the truest measure of intelligence. What do you think?